All right, guys, this is a quick video. I'm seeing a lot of the same mistakes, or not mistakes, but just what we know. I've been doing, internet marketing since 2006, and I've worked with a number of companies that had, multi-million dollar campaigns where they generated all their business online. So there's things that we know that work. That's not to say that other scenarios, other templates don't work. But, if we have a proven system, why not go with the one that we know is effective, and then you can test from there different variations. So before even looking at a template, if you were building one from scratch, or, if you're really looking at optimizing your website, the first thing I would tell you is if your website isn't mobile responsive, it's a problem, because Google actually changed their algorithm that if your website doesn't look the same on a depending on the device. What responsive means is, does your website conform to whatever device, the size of the screen that the viewer is looking through? So if you're looking at a mobile phone, does your website rearrange itself so that it's compatible with a mobile phone? If it doesn't, then Google is putting you to the back of the list. So if you're competing for the CrossFit keyword in your area against other CrossFit boxes, and their website is mobile responsive and yours isn't, then Google's going to put you to the back of the bus. So if you're building one, or if you're looking to optimize yours, make sure that it's mobile responsive. It has to be designed that way. Now, that said, here's what we know works. When a prospect searches for CrossFit, and they search, CrossFit, whatever your area is, they have a certain number of results that pop up. They click on that link, hopefully it's yours, the web page pops up. If your site doesn't load in under 8 seconds, chances are they're going to leave and go somewhere else. Statistically, that's the cutoff point, 8 seconds. When they land on the page, you have 5 seconds for them to know exactly where it is that they landed, because there's a little bit of confusion when a website first pops up as to, what am I in the right place? What we found to be the most effective is, and the reason why it's effective is because the simplicity of it, and because it looks like so many other websites to a certain extent. You do want a little bit of uniqueness, but at the same time, people need to know where to find everything. So, for example, if you put your navigation on the right-hand side in the corner, that'd be weird. Nobody knows to look for it there. So, navigation along the top right-hand side, right corner, like we have it here, is optimal. You could also do left-hand side. Some websites do well with the navigation on the left-hand side. You wouldn't put it just on the bottom, at the very bottom of the website, for example. That would just be weird. So when your website first pops up, logo and tagline to the left, navigation to the right. Above that is a great place for your contact information. So if I'm a prospect looking to contact you because I'm interested in CrossFit, I should be able to find your telephone number and your address right away. So putting them across the top simplifies that. Now, the rest of this area is what we call prime real estate. This is the area above the fold. The term above the fold it's a newspaper terminology. When they sold newspapers, the area when you fold the newspaper in half, that as you're going to the train station, you're going to the bus, and you're passing the newsstand, the headline with the picture is what gets you to stop and buy the paper. So that's like a prime area of real estate. Now, this area should be optimized for somebody who's brand new to your website, not your current clients. So this is not the place for you to be listing things like, the next event that you have coming up, unless that event happens to be for new members. Your members already know to go to the link that says events to find out what events are coming up, or your Facebook page, or what have you. They don't need to see that on the main page. They've already members. So we want to target this area, the landing page, the home page, specifically to people who are not members. So this is where you want to tell them what it is that you want them to do next. The image, it's a good idea to use an image. Don't use a slider. You want a single image here. Sliders are distracting. You're just confusing the message. You should be the same, for everybody when they land on this page. I wouldn't recommend using an image of somebody doing a snatch, or somebody, a huge guy doing a clean and jerk. That would just intimidate a lot of people. You want something that's a bit more friendly. You could have a picture of a bunch of your members together. You could have a picture of like one of your members with like a little testimonial blurb underneath them. You could have a picture of someone who's overweight and pursuing their fitness goals. Those are all motivating factors that will make your website in CrossFit seem less intimidating to the average person who lands on this page. Unless, of course, you're targeting just fire breathers. If that's the case, put a beast on there. What you can do. It's just kind of, you want to match the message to the audience that you're targeting, okay? So it doesn't matter if your image is on the right or left-hand side. You can test both ways. I haven't seen any kind of difference. Really, what it comes down to is the type of image, the headline, and the text used. For an attention-getting headline, you want to tell them exactly what it is you do. If you're looking to get new leads for your business, for your CrossFit box, then headline might say, schedule your free introductory workout, or come in for a free trial. Then the subtext underneath just basically tells them what to do. Fill out the form below so that we can contact you and schedule your free introduction at a mutually convenient time. Now the web form underneath, you can either have like a link that if you click here takes them to a page where they can fill out a registration form. That's completely fine. Or you can put the web form directly onto this page. What I will suggest is the less fields, the better. Meaning if you put name, email, telephone number, your results are going to be better than if you put name, email, telephone number, address, firstborn, date of birth. The more fields you add, the more friction you're creating. It becomes harder and harder to get someone to fill out the information. That said, having more fields can also be a good thing if it helps to filter out those who aren't serious about coming in for a trial. You got to kind of find the happy medium, and the only way to do that is test. The text on your button can also be very important. The color of the button can also be very important. Generally, what we find is calls to action that kind of personalize the action itself seem to have be better performing, higher click-through ratios. Meaning, call me for my free trial would do better than submit. I'm ready to start CrossFit would be better than click here, for example. It's a good idea to add a privacy policy if you have one. You probably should have one. Some companies sell off their information that they gather to people who like list brokers, and that will scare a lot of people away from submitting their information because they don't want to be solicited by every fitness company that wants to send out marketing material. So if you have a privacy policy, or even just a simple text there like "we're not going to share your information with anybody," would help motivate somebody to feel secure in filling out the form with their proper information. We've also seen some really good results by adding a small testimonial, whether it's linked to the picture or just a testimonial underneath from one of your members. Make it genuine and real. Never lie about a testimonial. There's no need anyway. This is CrossFit. But just adding it underneath, again, it's just another little push in the right direction, letting them know that this is something they can do too. Probably a testimonial along the lines of I was intimidated before I first came in, but they took great care of me during my free trial. You have nothing to be afraid of. You'll be laughing about this 90 days later. Something quick and to the point. Again, this is just a simple layout for how to maximize your web page to get more prospects to submit their information for leads. Because the more leads you get, the more appointments you have for free trials or introductory sessions, the more new members you're going to end up signing up. Hope that helps.